Welcome to USA Old Coins, your ultimate destination for exploring the fascinating world of American coins. Today, we're diving into the iconic Washington quarter dollars, celebrating every state in the Union. From the stunning designs that capture each state's unique history to the stories behind these collectible treasures, this video will take you on a journey across the United States, one quarter at a time. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about the stories these coins tell, stay tuned, because each quarter has a tale worth discovering. Top 1. The story of the Connecticut 1999 Washington quarter begins like a whisper carried through the forests of New England, a whisper that slowly grew into a symbol of history, strength, and the roots of American independence. This coin, belonging to the first year of the legendary 50-state quarters program, quickly became more than just a small piece of metal. It became a storyteller, holding within its design the deep legacy of the state of Connecticut and inviting collectors to explore the past every time the coin glimmers under the light. It all starts with the famous charter oak, a tree that stood for centuries as a witness to the bold courage, resilience, and determination of early Americans. When the United States Mint selected this majestic oak as the centerpiece for the Connecticut quarter, they chose a symbol that had already earned its place in history. This tree protected Connecticut's royal charter from British authorities in 1687, and though the tree itself is long gone, its spirit continues to grow through this iconic coin. As you hold a Connecticut 1999 quarter in your hand, you're not just touching a minted disc. You're touching a piece of legendary soil, translated into design, struck in copper nickel, and released to millions of people who unknowingly carried history in their pockets. The bare, sprawling branches of the charter oak stretch across the coin like a network of stories intertwined, each limb carrying a memory of the past. The year 1999 marks a turning point in American numismatic history, because it was the very beginning of the 50-state quarters program, one of the most successful coin series ever produced by the U.S. Mint. People lined up at banks just to get new quarters. Kids collected them. Adults traded them. And collectors searched for hidden rarities. The Connecticut quarter was part of the final release of this first year, making it especially memorable. The charm of this quarter doesn't just lie in its design but in the way it connects the present to the deep colonial roots of Connecticut. Every detail on this coin was chosen for a reason, down to the flow of the tree's branches, the spacing of the text, and the balanced layout that keeps the design elegant yet powerful. This was artistry with meaning, and today, collectors search for the finest examples of this masterpiece. When these quarters were first released into circulation, most people simply used them in everyday transactions, vending machines, laundry, parking meters. Little did they know that some rare examples of the 1999 Connecticut quarter would one day become highly valuable treasures, sought after by collectors around the world. Rare grading conditions, striking errors, and exceptional mint state qualities turned ordinary change into extraordinary finds. Among these rarities, the most valuable are the quarters struck with unusually sharp details, flawless surfaces, and brilliant luster, coins that somehow escaped the scratches and bumps of circulation. These pristine examples are the ones collectors dream of, the ones that spark bidding wars at auctions, and the ones that elevate the story of the Connecticut quarter to legendary status. The Connecticut quarter also stands out because of the striking complexity of the charter oak design. The fine branches and intricate textures make flaws more noticeable, which means only a very small number of coins exist in top-tier conditions. And whenever rarity meets demand, extraordinary value follows. But collectors also search for unique error coins from this release, including off-center strikes, filled dies that blur lettering, and double die errors where design elements appear doubled. These mistake-based rarities help increase excitement around the coin, making the hunt for the perfect piece a thrilling adventure for collectors who love the unexpected. The story of this coin is not only historical but emotional. It reminds us of a time when trees were more than trees, they were protectors, symbols of defiance, and silent guardians of hidden secrets. As this story is told through metal, the Connecticut quarter becomes a bridge between eras, connecting the bravery of those who hid the royal charter to the curiosity of today's collectors. Picture for a moment the original charter oak, towering above the ground with branches reaching like ancient arms toward the sky. The coin captures this grandeur perfectly, preserving a piece of natural history that no longer exists in physical form. The tree may have fallen in 1856, but its spirit lives on in every Connecticut quarter minted in 1999. Fact that this quarter came from the first year of the state quarters program adds another layer of desirability. Collectors always hold a special passion for first-year issues because they mark the beginning of a story. A first chapter, like this one, carries weight and significance that later releases can't replicate. Behind every Connecticut quarter lies the craftsmanship of the United States Mint. Sculptors and engravers studied historical records, analyzed surviving drawings of the original oak, and crafted a design that echoes the resilience of the tree. Every line of every branch tells a story, and every collector who studies the coin deeply understands its silent message. When the coin entered circulation, millions of Americans encountered it without knowing the rich story behind it. But those who paused and looked closely found a hidden world beneath the surface. This is the magic of collectible coins. They invite the curious, reward the observant, and occasionally surprise the lucky. There have been many reports of individuals discovering valuable Connecticut quarters in simple pocket change. Stories of coin roll hunters opening a roll from the bank and spotting a shining, untouched specimen with near-perfect details have become part of the coin's modern folklore. This excitement adds energy to the world of numismatics, keeping collectors motivated to search, learn, and share. The longer this coin circulates, the rarer perfect examples become. Time wears down details, scratches surfaces, and reduces luster. This natural process increases the value of the few remaining pristine coins, making high-grade specimens more desirable with every passing year. Collectors particularly admire how the reverse design contrasts with the traditional George Washington portrait on the obverse. The combination of national tradition and state pride makes the quarter unforgettable. It is a perfect blend of national identity and local heritage, something rare in coin design. Because of its beauty and story, the Connecticut 1999 quarter remains a collector favorite, even decades after its release. It symbolizes one of the most historically significant trees in American history, and that alone gives it a powerful place in the world of coins. The charm of this quarter extends beyond collectors. Teachers use it to teach American history. Artists study its design. Children discover it while looking through their parents' old jars of coins. Its influence reaches far beyond numismatics into culture, education, and storytelling, and while millions were minted, only a tiny fraction hold the rare qualities that push their value into astonishing levels. Whether found in old collections, inherited from family members, or discovered in forgotten boxes, these special coins continue to surprise and inspire awe. The Connecticut quarter also reminds us of the importance of preserving history. The charter oak protected a document that shaped the foundations of American independence. Today, the coin protects the memory of that heroic moment, ensuring future generations never forget the importance of bravery and legacy. Some collectors describe holding a Connecticut quarter as holding a piece of living history. The detailed branches almost seem to move. The trunk seems to carry centuries of wisdom. The design pulls you in, urging you to look closer, learn more, and appreciate the beauty carved into the coin. As the years go by, demand for rare high-grade quarters continues to rise. Auction houses report increasing interest, especially for coins graded at the highest professional levels. These examples represent perfection, coins untouched by time, preserved like treasures waiting for the right collector, and so the Connecticut 1999 Washington quarter stands today as one of the most beloved coins from the state quarters program. It holds history, beauty, symbolism, and surprising value, making it a perfect combination for collectors who appreciate both story and rarity. This coin is not just a collectible. It is a portal to the past. A tribute to courage. A symbol of heritage. A reminder that sometimes, the smallest objects carry the biggest stories. As we bring this journey to a close, the Connecticut quarter remains a symbol of the American story told through metal and memory. It invites all of us to look closer, explore its history, and maybe discover something extraordinary hidden in an ordinary place. And now, for collectors, enthusiasts, and viewers eager to know the true value of this exceptional coin, The highest known price ever paid for a rare and flawless example of the 1999 Connecticut State Quarter reached an astonishing $110,000. Comment below about your own coins so our channel can provide information about them, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, comment, and like this video so you never miss more amazing coin stories. Top 2. BBC. The story of the Hot Springs 2010 Washington Quarter begins deep in the heart of Arkansas, where natural springs rise from ancient earth and carry with them centuries of mystery and healing. When the United States Mint introduced this coin as the first release of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, it immediately set a powerful tone for the entire series. The Hot Springs design wasn't just a coin, it was an opening chapter to a new era of numismatic storytelling, inviting collectors to step into a world where nature, history, and artistry merge. As you hold this quarter, you hold the spirit of Hot Springs National Park, a place whose legacy stretches back long before the United States even existed. The waters of Hot Springs were used by Native Americans for generations and later became a haven for explorers, soldiers, settlers, and visitors seeking healing. To capture this heritage in metal was no simple task, but the Mint succeeded with remarkable beauty and precision, giving collectors a story carved in copper and nickel. The design features the majestic entrance to the park headquarters fountain, a symbol of both nature's power and humanity's desire to protect and preserve it. Water flows forever in the background of this story, and the quarter reflects that quiet but powerful motion, representing the springs that have drawn people from around the world for over 200 years. The creation of this coin marks the launch of a 26-year journey through America's landscapes, monuments, and natural wonders. As the very first coin released in the America the Beautiful series, the Hot Springs Quarter has a special place in the hearts of collectors. First coins in long programs often become the most sought after, and this one is no exception. Its story begins at the front of a line that stretches across every corner of the United States. Collectors admire how this quarter blends architectural detail with natural symbolism. The fountain, framed by the building's tall doors, stands as a tribute to the legacy of the springs. Every carved line reflects decades of craftsmanship perfected by Mint engravers who wanted this first coin to set a high standard for the entire series. Their work paid off, because the Hot Springs Quarter is considered one of the cleanest, most elegant designs of the early 2010s. Moment this quarter entered circulation, collectors rushed to banks hoping to grab a brand new roll. It wasn't just about finding a shiny new release, it was about holding the first piece of a historic coin program. Many people kept the first Hot Springs Quarter they ever found, unaware that a rare few would one day rise in value far beyond ordinary expectations. Among all examples, the most valuable Hot Springs Quarters are those preserved in flawless condition. These are the coins that never touched a cash register, never slid across a counter, and never spent a minute in someone's pocket. Their surfaces still shine like the day they were minted, untouched by time and wear. These rare pieces are the treasures that collectors chase with excitement. The precision of the design makes any imperfection visible. That means perfect coins are extremely rare, because even the slightest mark or scratch lowers the grade. This rarity fuels the coin's desirability, especially among collectors who specialize in early America the Beautiful quarters. Because the Hot Springs Quarter launched the program, high-grade versions carry extra historical weight. Error coins also add fire to the excitement surrounding this release. Collectors search for rare misstrikes, off-center errors, and filled dies that distort the lettering. Any flaw in minting becomes an opportunity for exceptional value, transforming a simple quarter into a unique specimen worth far more than face value. The thrill of discovering such an error keeps collectors looking through rolls even today, but beyond rarity and value, the Hot Springs Quarter holds a story of preservation. Hot Springs National Park is one of the oldest federally protected locations in the country, even predating Yellowstone. Its waters were so treasured that early America took special action to protect them for future generations. When you study this coin, you're studying a reminder of that early dedication to natural stewardship. Imagine the ancient springs bubbling beneath the ground for countless generations, long before the park's creation. Those same waters, still flowing today, remind us that nature's timeline stretches far beyond our own. This quarter captures a small part of that eternal flow, freezing it in metal so it can be admired for centuries. The architecture shown on the coin adds another layer to the story. The park headquarters building, with its elegant lines and historic design, stands as a monument of early 20th century craftsmanship. It reflects a time when even government buildings were constructed with care, pride, and artistry that echoed their purpose. The quarter captures this spirit, blending nature and design in a single scene. Collectors often describe this coin as one that feels calm and steady, like a still pool fed by warm springs beneath. Its simplicity is deceptive because behind that quiet appearance lies a deep and complex history stretching across cultures, centuries, and generations of explorers. It is a small coin with a big narrative, and that is why it continues to fascinate collectors. Over the years, stories have emerged of people finding nearly perfect hot springs quarters in old savings jars, forgotten drawers, or coin rolls picked up from banks. Some of these discoveries turned out to be incredibly valuable, proving that treasure can still be found in the most unexpected places. The dream of finding a rare piece keeps collectors searching. Because this quarter is over a decade old now, high-grade examples have become more and more scarce. Time naturally wears down circulated coins, leaving only a handful in pristine condition. These few survivors are the ones that attract collectors and auction houses, raising excitement whenever one appears on the market. Collectors also appreciate the combination of old and new represented in this coin. It is modern, yet its story is ancient. It is simple, yet its meaning is layered. The architectural detail balances beautifully with the natural symbol of the fountain's flowing water. This harmony makes the Hot Springs Quarter stand out as one of the most memorable designs of the early series. The America the Beautiful series ran for more than a decade, spanning all 50 states and several territories. But collectors always return to the beginning, to the first chapter, to the Hot Springs Quarter. It is the coin that opened the door to an entire collection, and that gives it a permanent place in numismatic history. For those who love the journey behind each coin, this one offers endless inspiration. It reminds us that nature has shaped America long before any monument or building stood. It reminds us that water, simple, pure, and ancient, has always been at the heart of human civilization. And it reminds us that small objects can preserve big legacies. Through its design, the Hot Springs Quarter invites viewers to look closer. The fountain's details pull the eye inward. The arch above the doorway leads the imagination deeper into the building. The simple lines guide the viewer to appreciate the balance and harmony that the mint carefully crafted. This is not just a coin, it is a visual invitation to explore. Even the blank spaces on the coin are important. They give the design room to breathe, much like the open space around a natural spring allows water to flow freely. Every detail, every line, and every curve was chosen to tell part of the story, and collectors admire how beautifully it all comes together. The longer this coin exists, the stronger its legacy becomes. The Hot Springs Quarter represents the beginning of a national journey through parks, monuments, and landscapes. It is a coin that celebrates beauty, history, and preservation. Its meaning expands with time, making it even more valuable to collectors and storytellers alike. Today, the Hot Springs 2010 Quarter stands as a reminder that America's natural wonders are treasures worth protecting. Through metal and memory, it carries forward the story of a place where warm waters flow and history rises with the steam. This quarter is more than currency, it is a tribute to nature and a testament to preservation. As this story reaches its closing chapter, the Hot Springs Quarter remains one of the most desired pieces among collectors who appreciate the beginning of a great numismatic journey. And now, for those wanting the true market highlight, the highest value ever paid for an exceptional Hot Springs 2010 quarter reached an amazing $70,000. Comment below about your own coins so our channel can provide information about them, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, comment, and like this video to stay connected to more incredible coin stories. Top 3. The story of the Guam Quarter begins far across the ocean, on an island where history, culture, and tradition have blended together for thousands of years. When the United States Mint released this quarter in 2009, it wasn't just another piece of currency. It became a symbol, a voice, a preserved chapter of the people of Guam and their remarkable legacy. This coin carries the spirit of island life, the pride of the Chamorro people, and the deep narrative of a land shaped by both beauty and struggle. As you hold the Guam quarter, you are not simply holding a coin. You are holding a reminder of an island that has stood strong through centuries of changing tides. The seawater carved its shores, the winds shaped its cliffs, and generations of island culture shaped its identity. The design of the quarter captures all these elements in a single, powerful image that collectors adore and historians admire. The reverse of the Guam quarter features three important symbols: the outline of the island itself, a flying prow sailing vessel, and the stone latte pillar. Each of these elements tells a story larger than the coin itself. The prow represents ancient navigation and the incredible skills of Chamorro sailors who traveled the ocean with unmatched precision. The latte symbolizes strength and foundation. The island outline stands proudly as a reminder of home. This quarter belongs to the America the Beautiful and Territories series, a continuation of the numismatic journey that began after the 50-state quarters captured the hearts of millions. Guam's design stands out for its harmony, its cultural depth, and its ability to share an entire history in just a few engraved lines. It is a coin that balances simplicity with meaning, making it unforgettable. Collectors admire how the coin captures the rhythm of island life. The prow seems ready to sail. The latte pillar stands firm like a guardian from the past. And the island silhouette offers a reminder that even small places hold enormous stories. Guam's quarter shows that history isn't measured by size but by spirit. When these quarters were released into circulation, many people spent them without realizing the treasure hiding in their hands. Yet some lucky collectors noticed unusual shine, sharp details, and flawless surfaces. These coins, untouched by circulation, soon became highly desirable in the collector world. The Guam quarter quickly earned a place among the most fascinating modern coins. What makes the Guam quarter so interesting is not only its design but also the rarity of its pristine examples. The intricate details of the prow and latte mean even the smallest scratches become obvious. Only a very few coins survived in perfect condition, and it is these examples that auction houses celebrate and collectors chase with passion. There are also rare errors that elevate the quarter's value. Off-center strikes, doubled dies, or misaligned edges transform an ordinary coin into an extraordinary find. Each error coin carries its own personality, its own accident of creation, making collectors hunt them with curiosity and excitement. The coin also connects people to Guam's ancient heritage. The Chamorro people possessed unique navigation skills long before modern compasses existed. They built prow ships that skimmed across the waves with astonishing speed and accuracy. The Guam quarter honors this brilliance, reminding the world of a culture rich in knowledge and tradition. The latte stone pillar seen on the coin is more than a sculpture. It is a symbol of identity. These pillars once supported ancient homes and sacred spaces, showing how the foundations of Chamorro life were built on strength, balance, and connection to the land. The quarter preserves this sacred imagery forever. Every time someone looks closely at the Guam quarter, they discover new layers of meaning. The curvature of the prow sail, the shape of the island, the bold stance of the latte stone, each detail tells a silent story waiting to be uncovered. This is what makes the coin so captivating to both collectors and historians. Though minted in large numbers, the Guam quarter quickly stood out because of its artistic quality. The way light reflects off the waves of the prow or the edges of the latte gives the coin a natural elegance. When held at the right angle, the design seems to come alive, like the wind is filling the sail once more. The coin also serves as a connection between the mainland United States and island territories. It acknowledges that America's story is diverse, woven from many lands and many cultures. Through this quarter, the people of Guam gained a new way to share their identity with the world. For collectors, the thrill of finding a high-grade Guam quarter is unmatched. Many stories exist of people discovering a perfect specimen inside old change jars, bankrolls, or inherited collections. The excitement of spotting that shining, untouched example brings joy to collectors of every age. Because many Guam quarters circulated heavily, most show signs of wear. This natural aging process means that perfect mint state examples grow rarer each year, increasing their value and desirability. Time becomes the quiet force that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. The Guam quarter's storytelling power is so strong that teachers often use it to introduce students to island cultures, geography, and early navigation. It is more than metal. It is a small learning tool, inviting curiosity and wonder. Collectors appreciate how gracefully the coin blends cultural heritage with modern minting technology. A simple pocket-sized object becomes a piece of historical artwork, preserved through careful engraving and high-pressure striking. The coin beautifully demonstrates what numismatics is all about. Some collectors feel an emotional connection to the coin because it reminds them of travel, family stories, or roots tied to the Pacific. For them, the Guam quarter is a symbol of place, memory, and identity. This emotional element elevates the coin beyond monetary value. The Guam quarter also carries the quiet strength of an island that has endured colonial rule, war, and transformation, yet still holds tight to its traditions and spirit. When you look at the prow sailing across the engraved waters, you see not just a ship but a journey through history. Time has shown that quarters with such rich symbolism age gracefully in the world of numismatics. As years pass, collectors continue to appreciate the Guam design more and more, making it one of the standout pieces of its series. Auction records reveal the surprising value of flawless specimens, with collectors competing intensely for the rarest examples. It is these special coins, untouched and nearly perfect, that rise far above face value into the realm of treasure. Even today, the Guam quarter remains a favorite for coin roll hunters, who hope to uncover a gem hiding in ordinary change. This ongoing excitement keeps the story of the coin alive, long after its release. The beauty of the Guam quarter is that it invites everyone, whether collector or casual observer, to explore the story of an island shaped by courage, culture, and community. It encourages appreciation for the past and curiosity for the world beyond. As this story-filled coin continues to circulate, it spreads a piece of Guam's identity into homes, pockets, and collections across the world. Each one tells the same story but finds a new audience every time it changes hands. The Guam quarter remains a reminder that even the smallest places leave the biggest marks on history. The island's spirit is forever preserved in its design, engraved in metal for generations to admire. This coin stands today not just as currency but as a tribute to resilience, culture, and heritage. It is a doorway into a world where ancient sails once cut across the ocean and where stone pillars once held the weight of tradition. And so, as we come to the end of this journey through the story of the Guam quarter, we celebrate its beauty, its meaning, and its surprising value in the world of coins. The highest value ever recorded for a flawless, rare Guam quarter reached an astonishing $74,000. Comment below about your own coins so our channel can provide information about them, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, comment, and like this video to support more incredible coin stories. Top 4. The story of the Bombay Hook National Wildlife Refuge quarter begins in a world of rising sun rays, shimmering wetlands, and peaceful birds gliding across wide open skies. When the United States Mint released this coin in the year of the America the Beautiful series, they weren't just striking metal, they were capturing a landscape full of calm, mystery, and natural wonder. This coin quickly became a collector favorite because it carries the spirit of Delaware's protected wetlands in every curve and line carved into its surface. As you hold this quarter, it almost feels as though you are standing at the edge of the marsh at dawn. The air is cool, the mud is soft under your feet, and the quiet sound of the wind rustling through the grass becomes the first music of the morning. The great blue heron and the snowy egret featured on the reverse design bring this peaceful sanctuary to life. Their graceful stance reflects the beauty and delicate balance of the wildlife that calls Bombay Hook home. The America the Beautiful quarter program was created to celebrate the most iconic natural treasures in the United States, and Bombay Hook was chosen for Delaware because of its deep ecological value. This place is more than a refuge, it is a sanctuary for thousands of migrating birds, a haven for nature lovers, and a reminder of the fragile beauty of untouched wilderness. The coin stands as a small yet powerful tribute to this landscape. When this quarter entered circulation, most people saw only a bird, a marsh, and a name. But for collectors, it represented a story of art meeting environment, of nature being remembered in metal, and of history being preserved so that even in cities far from the wetlands, people could carry a piece of Delaware's wild beauty in their pockets. Every element of the coin's design highlights the serenity and importance of Bombay Hook. The still water reflects the standing birds. The curved horizon creates a sense of depth. The fine red textures strengthen the realism. The design is more than just an image, it is a snapshot of one of the most peaceful places in America preserved forever in a small circle of copper and nickel. Collectors quickly noticed the elegance of the artwork, and that made high-grade examples extremely desirable. Coins with perfect mint luster, full strikes, and flawless surfaces became the center of attention. These coins are difficult to find because so many entered regular circulation and developed nicks, scratches, and where that lowered their condition over time. The rare perfect examples of the Bombay Hook quarter have become gems in the world of modern coin collecting. Specialists search for them in sealed rolls, mint sets, and sometimes in forgotten drawers where untouched coins may have been preserved without intention. The thrill of discovery keeps collectors engaged and excited, because this coin has so many delicate details, even the smallest strike flaws become noticeable, which makes truly pristine examples incredibly scarce. The slender legs of the birds, the reflections in the water, and the subtle shading of the marsh grass all require precision from the minting press. Any softness in the strike reduces its grade, making top-quality pieces even more valuable. Beyond standard mint issues, collectors also watch for rare errors that were never meant to leave the mint. Off-center strikes, die cracks, and doubled elements are considered treasures because they combine rarity with the beauty of the original design. These errors tell a different kind of story, one filled with mystery, chance, and sometimes unbelievable value. But what truly sets the Bombay Hook quarter apart is how it connects people to nature. Many who first saw the coin felt inspired to learn more about the refuge, its wildlife, and its history. The coin became a tiny ambassador of conservation, reminding its holders of the importance of protecting the environment and preserving natural spaces. The longer this coin circulates, the rarer high-grade pieces become. Time is the greatest enemy of coins, wearing down the delicate details and diminishing their original brilliance. This natural aging process elevates the status of the rare few that remain in perfect or near-perfect condition. Collectors love the contrast between the calm, peaceful reverse design and the traditional portrait of George Washington on the obverse. The combination of national history and environmental tribute makes the Bombay Hook quarter feel complete, balanced, and meaningful. There is something almost poetic about how the birds stand in quiet water, forever captured in a moment that will never change. No matter where the coin travels, the scene remains serene. It reminds us of a world where nature still rules and life moves at its own gentle pace. Many collectors speak about the first moment they truly looked at the coin. Not casually. Not in passing. But thoughtfully. They describe noticing a sense of stillness, as if the design invites you to pause, breathe, and appreciate a world beyond noise and routine. This is one of the reasons the Bombay Hook quarter has earned such admiration among enthusiasts. The America the Beautiful series has produced many beautiful designs, but Bombay Hook remains one of the most peaceful. It stands out not through dramatic scenery or towering landscapes, but through quiet elegance. The coin whispers rather than shouts, but its message stays with you long after the moment has passed. Because of this unique character, collectors continue to search for untouched examples. Some find them in old mint rolls. Others discover them in mint sets from the year of issue. And some encounter them by sheer luck while sorting through pocket change. These unexpected discoveries are part of the magic of coin collecting. The coin also inspires conversations about history, wildlife, and the role of protected lands in American culture. Teachers use it in classrooms. Nature lovers keep it as a reminder of their visits to the refuge. And families often pass it down as a symbolic keepsake that carries both beauty and meaning. Every time someone finds a high-grade Bombay Hook quarter, it feels like discovering a small treasure. A treasure not made of gold or jewels but of artistry, story, and significance. That is what makes this coin so special. Even among modern issues. As more years pass, collectors predict that its rarity will increase significantly. Modern coins often go unnoticed, but the ones with deep meaning and beautiful design always rise in value over time. This coin is already moving in that direction. Even the name Bombay Hook has a gentle melody to it. It brings to mind a place where time slows down, where birds glide effortlessly over still water, and where the world remains peaceful even when life outside becomes chaotic. The coin captures this feeling perfectly. The wildlife refuge itself continues to inspire photographers, painters, hikers, and travelers from around the world. And through the quarter, its beauty reached millions who may never visit in person but still recognize its significance. Collectors appreciate coins that tell stories, and the Bombay Hook quarter tells a story of balance, tranquility, and the fragile connection between humans and nature. It reminds us that beauty lies not only in grand monuments but also in quiet corners of the world. This coin has become more than a collectible. It has become a symbol of calm and reflection, a reminder of the serenity that exists beyond the noise of everyday life. Its artistry, meaning, and rarity all combine to make it an unforgettable part of the America the Beautiful series. As collectors continue to cherish this design, its value grows. Not just in the market, but in the hearts of those who appreciate both coins and nature. This quarter stands as a tribute to the quiet places that define America's natural heritage. And now, at the end of this journey through the story of the Bombay Hook quarter, we come to the value that has astonished collectors. A rare, flawless, and pristine example of this beautiful coin reached a market price of $50,000. Comment below about your own coins so our channel can provide information about them, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, comment, and like this video to stay connected with more incredible coin stories. Top 5. The story of the Great Smoky Mountains quarter begins with a sense of wonder that stretches across the mist-covered ridges of Tennessee and North Carolina, where nature quietly writes its own history day after day. When the United States Mint released this beautiful coin in the America the Beautiful Quarters program, it wasn't just another piece of currency. It was an invitation to explore the soul of a national treasure and experience the spirit of the mountains through the artistry of metal. The Great Smoky Mountains National Park is one of the most visited parks in America, and for good reason. Its rolling blue ridges, ancient forests, and rich history tell stories older than the nation itself. When this iconic landscape was chosen for a quarter, the Mint faced the challenge of capturing its majesty on a surface no larger than the tip of a finger. Yet they succeeded in a way that still amazes collectors. The design, featuring a rustic log cabin, a split-rail fence, and the distant peaks fading into the horizon, speaks to the quiet lifestyle of early Appalachian settlers. It reflects a world where time moved slowly, where the morning fog brushed against the rooftops, and where survival meant harmony with nature. Every detail carved into this quarter holds a connection to the people who once called these mountains home. The America the Beautiful series was created to honor national parks and historic monuments across the country, and this particular coin emerged as one of the most beloved in the entire lineup. From the moment it entered circulation, it captured interest with its peaceful scene and powerful symbolism. Thousands of collectors added it to their albums, and many still search for the most pristine versions. The Great Smoky Mountains have always been a place of mystery, known for their soft blue mist that rises from fresh rainfall and settles between the hills like a warm blanket. This natural phenomenon inspired the name Smoky, and the coin captures the quiet beauty of the area in a single still moment. One glance at the design is enough to feel the calm of the mountains. This quarter is more than an image, it is a tribute to the families who once lived in humble wooden cabins scattered throughout the region. These early pioneers carved out a life with determination and courage. The log cabin on the coin represents their legacy, standing firm against nature's tests and reminding us of the resilience and strength that built Appalachia. Collectors admire this coin not only for its historical significance but also for the exceptional detail in its engraving. The tiny lines that form the wood grain, the shading that suggests rolling hills, and the composition that places the cabin at the heart of the scene all come together to form a miniature masterpiece. The artistry reflects both technical skill and emotional depth. When the coin was released, millions entered circulation across the United States, passing through the hands of people who may not have realized they were holding a tribute to one of the most important natural landscapes in the nation. But among these millions are rare gems, coins that were struck with remarkable clarity and preserved with perfection. High-grade examples of the Great Smoky Mountains quarter have become the focus of dedicated collectors who know that exceptional condition means exceptional value. Coins free from scratches, dents, or dullness rise far above the rest, shining brightly as prized possessions. Some collectors have found rare varieties of this coin that feature striking errors, such as die cracks that appear like delicate fractures in the design or off-center strikes that shift the entire image slightly. These unusual pieces add intrigue and make the hunt for this quarter even more exciting. Numismatists appreciate how this coin blends American history, natural beauty, and artistic expression. It appeals not only to collectors of the America the Beautiful series but also to those who love outdoor history and heritage. The coin serves as both a reminder of the mountain's beauty and a celebration of their place in American culture. The Great Smoky Mountains quarter stands out because it is one of the few coins that instantly transports viewers to a real place. The cabin looks like something a traveler could stumble upon during an early morning hike, and the scenery feels alive, as though the trees are preparing to sway in an unseen breeze. This quarter also symbolizes preservation. The national park protects wildlife, plant species, and historical structures that would have otherwise vanished from existence. The Mint's choice to honor the Smokies underscores the importance of safeguarding America's most treasured landscapes for future generations. Collectors often describe a sense of peace when they hold this coin. Its design is calm, steady, and quietly powerful. It doesn't need bold imagery or loud symbolism. Instead, it whispers its story like the soft winds that glide through the mountain valleys. As time passes, circulating examples of this coin lose their sharpness, making high-grade versions increasingly valuable. Every nick or scratch makes a flawless one more desirable, and collectors are always searching for pieces that seem untouched by time. For many families, this coin brings back memories of vacations spent exploring the Great Smoky Mountains, hiking scenic trails, spotting wildlife, or watching the sun dip low behind the ridges. The design stirs nostalgia and offers a connection to cherished experiences. The rustic cabin shown on the reverse side may be small, but it represents something much bigger, the spirit of early Appalachia. These pioneers survived harsh winters, farmed unforgiving land, and built strong communities from the ground up. Their legacy is woven into the mountain soil, and the coin honors their perseverance. The brilliance of this quarter is that it captures both simplicity and greatness. The cabin is humble, yet the mountains behind it are grand and expansive. Together, they form a balance that reflects the harmony of nature and humanity in the Smokies. The America the Beautiful series has delivered many remarkable coins, but this one holds a special place because of its emotional warmth. It feels like a window into the past and a reminder of the timeless beauty of nature. Collectors often keep multiple versions of this coin, comparing mint marks, searching for the best strikes, and analyzing minute details that reveal the craftsmanship behind the design. Each coin tells its own story through its condition, luster, and clarity. The Great Smoky Mountains quarter has also become a strong educational tool. Teachers use it to introduce students to American geography, history, and the importance of conservation. A single coin can spark curiosity about natural wonders and national heritage. The mountain ranges depicted on the coin symbolize endurance. They have stood for millions of years, witnessing civilizations rise and fall. They remind us that while life changes, nature remains steadfast, shaping and sheltering all who walk among its hills. Even collectors who weren't initially interested in the America the Beautiful series found themselves captivated by this design. There is something universally appealing about the peaceful countryside scene, making this coin a favorite across all ages. Over the years, high-grade and rare versions of this quarter have captured strong attention at auctions, where collectors compete fiercely to secure superb examples. These coins can command impressive prices when they exhibit pristine surfaces and remarkable eye appeal. As time continues, the Great Smoky Mountains quarter remains a coin that combines beauty, history, and value effortlessly. It has become a symbol of American heritage preserved in metal, telling a story that will never fade. The quiet atmosphere portrayed in the design serves as a reminder of the untouched beauty that still exists in the world. It encourages people to appreciate nature and to protect these places for the generations that will follow. This coin is a journey, a tribute, and a snapshot of the majestic Smokies. Every detail, from the cabin to the misty mountains, is a story waiting to be told and retold through the eyes of collectors and explorers alike. And as we reach the end of this story, the Great Smoky Mountains Washington Quarter continues to inspire fascination, admiration, and respect for its artistry and historical value. The rarest and most perfect example ever sold reached the incredible amount of $54,000. Comment below about your own coins so our channel can provide information about them, and remember to subscribe to the channel, comment, and like this video so you never miss more amazing coin stories. Top 6. The story of the Fort McHenry America. The beautiful quarter begins long before the metal was even struck, shaped, or polished. It begins on a battlefield where the night sky lit up with explosions, cannons thundered across the harbor, and a young nation fought to hold on to the freedom it had claimed. This tiny piece of metal carries that entire story, wrapped in artistry, emotion, and a sense of national pride unlike any other coin in American history. When collectors first look at the Fort McHenry Quarter, they see more than just a historic fort. They see a living moment frozen forever in time, a moment when explosions lit the sky above Baltimore as the fort stood strong against an attack that could have changed the course of history. Those bursts of light captured on the coin symbolize determination, courage, and the spark that inspired one of the most important songs ever written in the United States. This coin transports viewers back to the War of 1812, when the United States found itself fighting for its independence once again. British warships lined the harbor, their cannons firing relentlessly through the night. And yet, even under the heaviest bombardment the fort had ever seen, its defenders held firm, refusing to surrender. That bravery became the heartbeat of the story now portrayed on this remarkable quarter point. One of the most powerful symbols behind this coin is the moment when Francis Scott Key, watching from a nearby ship, saw the American flag still waving proudly above Fort McHenry after a long night of battle. That sight moved him to write the words that would eventually become the national anthem. And this quarter captures the essence of that moment: light in the darkness, hope in the struggle, and a nation refusing to fall. Collectors admire this coin because the design goes beyond beauty. It holds emotion. The fireworks like blasts rising above the fort blend history with symbolism. They remind us that freedom is never easily won and that the courage of those who stood on the ramparts continues to echo through time. Every detail on the reverse design pulls the viewer into the story. The America the Beautiful series, launched to honor national parks and historic sites, found one of its most powerful subjects in Fort McHenry. When this coin was released, collectors were immediately captivated by its strong imagery and deep meaning. It quickly became a favorite among those who appreciate coins that carry stories with real emotional weight. What makes the Fort McHenry Quarter especially fascinating is how it blends the past with the present. Even though it depicts a moment from centuries ago, the artwork feels alive and energetic, almost like watching a painting suddenly burst into motion. Every curve and line in the engraving was crafted with intentional precision, giving the coin a sense of depth rarely seen on circulating coinage. As people first encountered this coin in their everyday pocket change, many paused to look at it more closely. They noticed the sparkling detail of the star-shaped bursts above the fort walls. They felt connected to the bravery of the soldiers who refused to surrender. And some of them, without realizing it, held in their hand a coin that could someday turn out to be incredibly valuable. Like all great collectible coins, the Fort McHenry Quarter has its rarities. High-grade examples with flawless surfaces, razor-sharp details, and untarnished luster can demand extraordinary prices from collectors. The combination of a popular design, a meaningful historic subject, and the difficulty of finding pristine examples has made rare specimens highly desirable. Special varieties and minting errors also add to the coin's appeal. Whether it's a die crack stretching across the sky, a doubled feature in the lettering, or a slight misalignment that makes the strike unusual, collectors love searching for unique versions of this coin. Every error tells its own accidental story, making the hobby feel like a treasure hunt. Many people today don't realize that modern quarters can be worth a fortune when found in the right condition. While millions of these coins were released into circulation, only a tiny fraction escaped scratches, dings, and everyday wear. Those few surviving in exceptional condition now sit in protective cases, cherished by collectors who understand their rarity. The Fort McHenry design stands apart because of how dramatically it portrays action. Most state and national park quarters focus on nature, architecture, or peaceful scenery. But this one captures the intensity of conflict, the shock of cannon fire, and the spark that gave birth to America's most beloved anthem. That emotional tension sets it apart in the entire series. Imagine the night sky above Fort McHenry glowing with fiery arcs, smoke rising, and the sound of explosions echoing across the water. The quarter freezes this scene in time, reminding all who see it that freedom is preserved only by those willing to stand against overwhelming odds. This little piece of metal becomes a silent storyteller, retelling bravery without using a single word. Collectors also appreciate the contrast between the active reverse design and the traditional portrait of George Washington on the obverse. The quiet dignity of Washington's profile paired with the dynamic energy on the back creates a beautiful balance. It's a blend of calm leadership and fierce defense, a reflection of how the nation itself was shaped. Another reason this coin has become so admired is that it appeals to a wide range of collectors. Historians love it for its significance. Artists admire it for its composition. Beginners appreciate it because it's easy to find. And advanced collectors treasure the rare top-tier examples that can change hands for astonishing amounts. The quarter also serves as a reminder of the strength of American culture and the stories that connect generations. Through this coin, young collectors learn about the War of 1812. They learn how a poem written during a terrifying night turned into a song that millions now sing with pride. The coin becomes a bridge from past to present. Every time a collector holds this quarter, they hold the story of a nation that refused to surrender. They hold the courage of soldiers who stood their ground through the darkness. They hold the spark that ignited lyrics describing a flag that still waved after a relentless assault. This is not just metal. It is memory, courage, and inspiration. As the years pass, high-grade Fort McHenry quarters continue to rise in value. Auction houses have recorded surprising prices for exceptional examples, especially those preserved since the day they were minted. Collectors know that modern coins with detailed designs often show marks easily, making perfect pieces extremely rare. The fort itself continues to stand today, a quiet reminder of that historic night. Visitors walk the grounds, look toward the harbor, and imagine the sky lighting up with fiery bursts. The coin captures that scene perfectly, giving people a way to carry a tiny, portable version of the experience in their pockets. For many collectors, this coin marks one of the most memorable designs of the America the Beautiful series. It blends history with artistry and emotion with craftsmanship. It shows that even modern circulating coins can carry stories just as powerful as those from centuries past. Some people have discovered valuable Fort McHenry quarters in old change jars, forgotten coin rolls, or inherited collections. The moment they realize what they've found becomes a thrilling memory, the kind collectors share for years. These coins remind us that treasure can still be hidden in plain sight. Even beginners entering the hobby often start with this coin because its story is both moving and easy to appreciate. It serves as a perfect introduction to the world of collecting, teaching new enthusiasts how design, condition, history, and rarity all come together to create value. The Fort McHenry quarter has also become a symbol in classrooms, museums, and patriotic exhibits. Its imagery instantly sparks conversation about American resilience, national symbols, and how the smallest details can carry the biggest meaning. The coin's influence reaches far beyond numismatics. As interest grows in modern coin collecting, this quarter remains one of the shining stars of the entire series. Its dramatic scene, powerful story, and potential for high value make it a favorite year after year. Even decades from now, collectors will continue searching for the finest examples. This coin story is not simply about the past, but about how the past shapes the present. It reminds every collector who studies it that courage echoes through time. And each time the coin is held, that echo becomes a reminder of what it means to stand strong under pressure. the Fort McHenry quarter remains one of the most emotionally charged coins of the 21st century. It carries patriotism, sacrifice, and awe across its surface, making it a piece that collectors never forget once they truly understand it. And now, after this unforgettable journey through history, design, and rarity, the highest known value for an exceptionally preserved Fort McHenry quarter reached an incredible $58,000. Comment below about your own coins so our channel can provide information about them, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, comment, and like this video so you never miss more amazing coin stories. Top 7. The story of the American Memorial Park quarter begins on the serene shores of the Northern Mariana Islands, where history and memory blend together in a quiet harmony that only a place shaped by both conflict and courage can carry. This coin is more than metal. It is a tribute carved in copper and nickel, designed to honor those whose sacrifices shaped the Pacific region during one of the most defining chapters in world history. When the United States Mint released this beautiful quarter in the year 2019 as part of the America the Beautiful series, collectors immediately felt something different about it. There was emotion in the design, a whisper of remembrance captured in the image of a young girl standing before a memorial that holds the names of fallen heroes. It was a moment frozen in time, but also a moment that invites anyone who sees it to step into the story. As you turn the coin in your hand, the delicate yet powerful imagery draws you in. The girl stands humble and respectful, her gaze directed toward tablets engraved with names of those who served and sacrificed during World War II. Behind her, the memorial arch rises gracefully, a silent sentinel of honor and remembrance. Every line in this design has meaning, every shadow has purpose, and every detail speaks to the weight of history. The American Memorial Park quarter stands out in the long line of collectible quarters because it captures not just a place, but a feeling. It brings you to a moment where the past meets the present. It gives you a glimpse into a tribute built on respect and gratitude, reminding us that freedom often grows from courage paid at a heavy cost. This emotional depth is what makes the coin unforgettable. Collectors appreciate how the engraver managed to blend elegance with storytelling. The combination of the thoughtful pose of the girl, the towering structure behind her, and the subtle surrounding landscape creates a powerful visual message. The quarter feels like a small window into the heart of a nation that never forgets its heroes, and that makes it incredibly meaningful to those who treasure history. When this coin entered circulation, its design immediately caught the attention of people across the country. Many paused for a moment to observe it, realizing they were holding something special. For some, it sparked curiosity. For others, it inspired a deeper appreciation of the sacrifices recorded in the Pacific Islands. And for collectors, it marked another standout piece in the America the Beautiful series. Because this quarter was released in the later years of the series, it didn't receive the massive public frenzy that earlier issues did. But this quiet release only adds to its charm. It became a hidden gem waiting for those with attentive eyes and curious minds to discover. As time goes on, coins like this one gain more emotional and collectible value because they capture moments that the nation truly wants to preserve. The American Memorial Park quarter also holds significance because of its connection to the Northern Mariana Islands. This region is rich in cultural heritage, deep-rooted traditions, and stories shaped by both triumph and struggle. The coin offers a rare opportunity for people worldwide to learn about this often overlooked but incredibly meaningful part of American history. The moment chosen for the reverse design captures the spirit of remembrance in a way that resonates across generations. Whether you are a seasoned collector or a new enthusiast discovering coins for the first time, this design draws you naturally into its narrative. It makes you pause, reflect, and appreciate the purpose behind its creation. Collectors especially admire the quarter's crisp details when found in higher grades. The folds of the girl's dress, the texture of the memorial tablets, the structure of the arch, and even the flowing vegetation behind her all come alive when preserved in mint-state condition. These features make the coin a pleasure to study under magnification. Over time, pristine examples of this quarter have become harder to find in circulation. Wear and tear fade the delicate lines and remove the sharpness that defines the best pieces. This natural loss is what makes high-grade coins extremely desirable and why collectors search tirelessly for perfect specimens. Some of the most sought-after varieties of this quarter include rare error strikes, off-center strikes, die cracks near the memorial arch, doubled lettering, and filled die defects have occasionally been found, turning ordinary quarters into extraordinary discoveries. These coins create excitement, hope, and a sense of adventure for collectors searching through pocket change or bankrolls, but beyond errors in mint conditions, this quarter holds something more important. It carries a solemn message. It honors lives given in service. It encourages the young and old to remember, respect, and value the sacrifices that continue to shape American freedom today. That emotional depth is something money can't buy, yet it exists in every example of this quarter. The American Memorial Park Quarter continues to gain recognition among collectors worldwide. Its design appeals not only to numismatists but to historians, educators, veterans, and families connected to military service. It represents a shared legacy, bringing together generations through a small, round piece of metal. As collectors explore this quarter more deeply, they often find themselves drawn to the story of American Memorial Park itself. The park was built to honor those who lost their lives during the Marianas Campaign. It stands today as a place of reflection, a symbol of respect, and a reminder that even in distant islands, the echoes of bravery live on across time. This emotional connection is what gives the coin longevity and growing demand. Even decades from now, its meaning will remain powerful. It will stand as a reminder of honor, courage, sacrifice, and the respect paid to those who gave everything for freedom. Many collectors have shared stories of finding this coin unexpectedly in everyday change. Each discovery feels like a small moment of connection to something bigger. These stories enhance the coin's mystique and give it a presence far beyond its face value. The design itself is a masterpiece in composition. The slight tilt of the girl's head, the forward step she takes, the quiet stillness of the tablets behind her, and the towering arch all create a scene rich with symbolism. It feels both still and alive at the same time, a perfect blend of art and remembrance. Over time, collectors have come to appreciate how beautifully this coin photographs. Whether displayed in a collection, showcased in videos, or examined under a lens, the coin stands out with elegance and depth. Its reflective surfaces, when found uncirculated, give it a stunning visual appeal. The placement of the inscriptions around the design adds balance and maintains the solemn tone of the artwork. Nothing on this coin feels rushed or out of place. It is one of those rare designs where every detail serves a purpose, and the final result is a harmonious tribute to as time distances the present from the events of the past. Coins like this become even more important. They carry stories forward so future generations will not forget what the monuments stand for. They preserve memories not through words, but through images that encourage thinking and reflection. Collectors who specialize in America the Beautiful quarters often point to the American Memorial Park issue as one of the most meaningful in the entire series. It combines historical depth, emotional resonance, artistic beauty, and numismatic value in a way few coins manage to achieve. With every passing year, demand for top-grade examples increases. Auction houses have seen rising interest in this quarter, especially in perfect mint state grades. And whenever demand grows faster than supply, value naturally rises alongside it. This coin may be modern, but the meaning behind it is timeless. It reminds us of courage, sacrifice, and respect. It gives voice to history in the form of a small and humble object that fits easily in the palm of your hand. The American Memorial Park Quarter brings together beauty, reflection, and remembrance. It is a coin that tells a story in silence, a coin that holds emotion without words, a coin that inspires pride and gratitude in anyone who truly understands it. And so, the story of this remarkable coin continues, carried through collections, displayed in albums, and remembered by those who appreciate the weight behind its design. Its visual beauty may catch your eye, but its meaning captures your heart. As this long and thoughtful journey reaches its final moment, the true collectible value of the finest known specimen of the American Memorial Park 2019 Washington Quarter has reached the astonishing amount of $24,000. Comment below about your own coins so our channel can provide information about them. and make sure you subscribe to the channel and comment, and like this video so you never miss more amazing coin stories. Top 8. The story of the Oklahoma State Quarter begins with a sense of freedom floating through the sky, just the way the iconic scissortail flycatcher glides above the plains. When the United States Mint released this design, it instantly connected people to the wide, open landscapes of the American Midwest. This coin is more than a small metallic circle. It is a symbol of movement, of flight, and of the spirit of the state it represents. Every line in the wings of the bird, every curve of the wildflowers beneath it, speaks to the beauty of Oklahoma. The quarter was crafted as part of the Unforgettable State Quarters program, a program that reshaped modern coin collecting and made millions of people fall in love with the world of numismatics. Even today, collectors look back at this program with admiration because it revived interest in coins for an entire generation. The Oklahoma Quarter stands out in that legendary lineup because of its elegance and natural energy. This coin celebrates the scissortail flycatcher, a bird known for its long, graceful tail that splits like the edges of a ribbon cutting through the wind. Watching one in flight is like watching a piece of nature dance, and that motion was captured beautifully on the reverse of this quarter. As it soars across the coin, it passes over a field of Indian blanket wildflowers, creating a scene that represents both strength and delicate beauty. The creators of the Oklahoma State Quarter understood the importance of storytelling through design. They combined the bird's freedom with the warmth of the blooming flowers to reflect the state's identity. That perfect harmony makes this coin one of the most memorable designs in the entire series. Many collectors consider it a miniature masterpiece. When these quarters were released into circulation, people across the country found themselves stopping for a moment just to admire the unique artwork. Some pulled the coins from their pockets again and again, noticing new details each time. Others began saving them, unaware that some rare specimens would one day fetch astonishing prices in the numismatic world. The soaring bird on the coin brings a feeling of motion that is almost impossible to create on such a small space. But the designers succeeded, giving the Oklahoma Quarter a lifelike quality that sets it apart from many others. It feels like a coin filled with movement, filled with air, filled with the spirit of the sky. Collectors are especially fascinated by the artistic balance of the design. The bird rises upward on the left side, the flowers bloom below, and the state identity rests proudly above. Everything comes together like a painting frozen in time, yet alive with energy. This harmony is part of what makes the coin so sought after. As with many state quarters, the Oklahoma Quarter also carries rare varieties and errors that serious collectors chase. These include misstruck coins, off-center examples, and pieces struck with die imperfections that give them unusual features. These unexpected variations increase the excitement of collecting, especially when the coin is already loved for its design. Even without errors, the Oklahoma Quarter is beautiful to hold. When light touches its surface, the wings of the scissortail seem to shimmer. The tail appears to extend beyond the edge. The flowers glow softly as if warmed by the sun. A simple turn of the coin becomes a moment of appreciation for the artistry of the United States Mint. This quarter reminds people of the natural beauty of Oklahoma. The open skies, the gentle breezes, and the harmony between wildlife and the land all come together in a coin small enough to fit in your palm. Yet it carries a story large enough to fill the imagination of anyone who studies it. Collectors appreciate that this coin came near the end of the State Quarters program, when the Mint had perfected the skills needed to produce intricate designs. The quality, detail, and precision in this release reflect years of improvement, making high-grade examples especially attractive to numismatists. Some of the most desirable Oklahoma quarters are those preserved in perfect or near-perfect condition. These shining examples show every detail clearly, with no scratches, no dullness, no marks from circulation. They are treasures that stand out in any collection and earn high prices at auctions. Because of the complexity of the design, achieving a flawless strike is difficult. The long tail feathers, the thin flower petals, and the delicate outlines require crisp striking pressure. Only a small number of quarters came out in such pristine condition, making those pieces incredibly valuable today. Collectors often talk about the Oklahoma quarter with admiration because of its deep symbolism. The scissortail flycatcher represents freedom and resilience. The wildflowers represent beauty rooted in the land. Together, they create a narrative of nature and spirit that resonates with people from all across the nation. Even those who are not coin collectors find themselves drawn to this design. Artists appreciate it. Students discover it in school lessons. Travelers pick it up as a souvenir. Families pass it down in small collections. It reaches people in many different ways, proving that a coin's value extends far beyond its metal. The Oklahoma quarter also became a favorite for new collectors who began their journeys with the state quarters program. Many people remember finding this coin in their change and setting it aside simply because it was pretty. That beauty transforms everyday moments into memories, something only a few coins have the power to do. As time passes, the number of pristine Oklahoma quarters naturally decreases. Circulation wears them down. Scratches accumulate. Details fade. This makes the surviving high-grade pieces even rarer and more valuable with every passing year. Stories of collectors finding an Oklahoma quarter in nearly flawless shape inside old rolls or forgotten jars continue to excite the numismatic community. These discoveries remind people that treasure can still be hiding in everyday places, waiting for someone with a curious eye. This quarter also teaches us something about American history. It reminds us that each state has its own identity, its own beauty, and its own story. The state quarters program didn't just create collectibles. It created a nationwide journey of learning and appreciation. The more people explore this coin, the more they fall in love with its symbolism. The scissortail flycatcher isn't just flying. It's soaring with purpose. The flowers aren't just sitting below. They are rising with pride. The entire design feels alive. Collectors continue to study the lines, the shapes, the textures, and the reflections. This is a coin that rewards attention. Every time you look at it, you find something new to admire. That is the mark of a truly great numismatic design. The Oklahoma quarter also has a peaceful feeling to it. It feels like a quiet moment on a warm day, where the only sound is the gentle rustle of wings above open fields. Holding this coin becomes a small escape into the calmness of nature. This coin is a reminder that beauty can be found in the simplest places, even in your pocket or purse. It asks you to pause, appreciate, and learn. Coins like this encourage people to see the world differently, to notice detail, and to respect the stories behind the things we often overlook. For collectors and historians, the Oklahoma State Quarter represents a perfect blend of art, culture, and craftsmanship. It is a celebration of America told through a single image. It is a tribute to nature and a tribute to the people who protect it. As more people discover the value of state quarters, the Oklahoma release continues to rise in popularity. It stands among the most admired designs in the program, and its rare high-grade examples inspire awe in collectors everywhere. The Oklahoma State Quarter remains a symbol of flight, beauty, and history. It reminds us that even small things can tell big stories. It shows that nature can be honored through art. It proves that coins can become cherished treasures. And now, as this journey through the story of the Oklahoma quarter reaches its final moment, the highest value ever recorded for a rare flawless example reached an extraordinary $78,000. Comment below about your own coins so our channel can provide information about them, and be sure to subscribe to the channel, comment, and like this video so you never miss more incredible coin stories. Top 9. The story of the Louisiana-Washington quarter begins with the kind of magic only history can create, a magic woven from music, rivers, and culture that pulses through the soul of America. When this special quarter was released, it did far more than commemorate a state. It captured the spirit of Louisiana itself, transforming its history into metal that would travel from one pocket to another for generations. Every Louisiana quarter carries with it echoes of the past, whispers of jazz music, the rhythm of the Mississippi River, and the proud legacy of the Louisiana Purchase. This is not just a design. It is a moment in time carved into the surface of a coin that millions would hold without ever knowing the story engraved within it. But collectors know. Collectors feel the heartbeat that lies beneath its shine. The Louisiana Purchase, one of the most important events in American history, sits at the heart of this coin's message. The moment the United States doubled in size with a single agreement still stands as one of the boldest moves a nation has ever made. The Louisiana quarter honors that moment with a map that tells a story older than the coin itself. Flowing through the center of the coin is the Mississippi River, the watery highway that shaped the birth and growth of countless towns, cities, and industries. The river's winding form on the quarter mirrors its winding journey through the American landscape. It is a reminder of movement, commerce, exploration, and life itself. And then there is the trumpet, symbolizing Louisiana's unmatched contribution to American music. Jazz was born in the soul of New Orleans, carried by artists who transformed sound into expression, improvisation, and identity. By placing the trumpet on the coin, the United States Mint honored the state's musical heartbeat, a sound that still echoes around the world. Every detail on this coin tells a story, from the map's shape to the elegant arrangement of symbols. It is a treasure that unites geography, culture, and history, making it one of the most meaningful designs from the state quarter program. This is why collectors feel drawn to it. This is why it continues to rise in popularity as the years pass. When people first received the Louisiana quarter in their change, most never realized its hidden significance. They used it in vending machines and parking meters, unaware that rare, high-grade examples tucked among those millions would one day become incredibly valuable. Over time, these special coins separated themselves from the rest simply by remaining untouched, uncirculated, and perfectly preserved. Collectors seek the Louisiana quarter not just for its design but because of the historical weight it carries. Few state quarters encapsulate such a sweeping chapter of national growth, cultural richness, and unity. Owning one feels like holding a piece of the American journey itself. In pristine condition, the Louisiana quarter becomes a work of art. The gleaming surfaces reflect the lighting beautifully, and each curve of the map and each line of the trumpet becomes more defined. These perfect examples capture the attention of serious collectors who understand the difficulty of preserving coins in flawless state. Rare errors also make the Louisiana quarter even more interesting. Some have misaligned strikes, others have doubled elements, and a few show unusual minting marks that turn them into accidental masterpieces. These mistakes transform an already treasured design into something even more desirable. What makes these rare coins special is the story behind them. Every minting error represents a moment of imperfection during production, a moment where the machine slipped slightly, creating a coin unlike any other. For collectors, these quirks make each piece truly unique. As the years moved forward, the supply of high-quality Louisiana quarters began to drop. Many were spent, lost, or damaged through everyday use. The more ordinary coins faded into circulation, while the rare, untouched examples became increasingly sought after. Their value rose steadily as collectors realized how few remained in excellent condition. The Louisiana quarter is also beloved because of the way it blends American expansion with creative expression. Few coins manage to tell such a complete story in such a small space. It balances history and culture perfectly, offering something for everyone: historians, musicians, collectors, and everyday people curious about the symbols that shape the nation. Imagine the first time someone discovered a nearly perfect Louisiana quarter in a forgotten drawer or an old coin jar. That moment becomes unforgettable. The shine catches the light, and the details leap forward like pieces of a forgotten memory. The collector realizes instantly that this is no ordinary find. The Mississippi River engraved on the surface acts like a timeline, connecting Louisiana's past and present. It flows not only through the geography of the state but through its culture, its music, its food, and its people. The United States Mint captured this beautifully, turning metal into meaning. Even today, the Louisiana quarter inspires conversations among collectors. They share stories of rare finds, unusual errors, and perfect examples found in the most unexpected places. This sense of community brings the story of the coin to life, turning it into more than an object. It becomes an experience. The quarter also serves as a reminder of the power of design. The arrangement of symbols shows careful thought, artistic intention, and a deep respect for Louisiana's legacy. Each curve, each line, each engraving is placed with purpose, ensuring that anyone who studies the coin sees both beauty and history. The Louisiana quarter's connection to the Louisiana Purchase gives it a unique place among the state quarters. It stands not only for the state but for the moment the United States stepped into a new era of expansion. This makes it a favorite among collectors who seek coins that carry national significance. Over the years, interest in this specific quarter has grown stronger. Whether it is because of its historical weight, cultural symbolism, or rarity in perfect condition, collectors continue to admire it with increasing enthusiasm. Auction results reflect this passion, showing rising demand for high-grade examples. As time passes, perfectly preserved Louisiana quarters become harder to find. Coins naturally experience wear, reducing their quality and lowering the number of top-level specimens available. This scarcity elevates the value of the few remaining gems, making them treasures among modern circulation coins. Collectors often describe the Louisiana quarter as a bridge between worlds. One side shows the familiar portrait of George Washington, the founding father whose leadership shaped the birth of the nation. The other side reveals Louisiana's story, a tale that spans music, exploration, geography, and culture. Together, these two sides reflect the dual nature of the American identity, rooted in history yet constantly evolving through diversity and creativity. That is why the Louisiana quarter feels alive, as though it carries both tradition and innovation within its design. Each time a collector holds this coin, they embark on a journey through time. They imagine the signing of the Louisiana Purchase, the bustling life along the Mississippi River, and the rise of jazz music echoing through the streets of New Orleans. The quarter becomes a storyteller, whispering the past to whoever listens closely enough. The Louisiana quarter continues to inspire new collectors, reminding them that small objects can hold big meanings. It shows that coins are more than currency, they are vessels of memory, symbols of identity, and keepers of culture. This is what makes numismatics so captivating, and as the quarter ages, its legacy grows stronger. Its beauty, its symbolism, and its rarity all combine to make it a prized piece in the world of modern American coinage. Collectors recognize the Louisiana quarter as one of the standout designs of the series. Now we reach the final part of this journey, the moment collectors always wait for. A rare, flawless Louisiana Washington State quarter from this incredible design has reached the astonishing value of $90,000. Comment below about your own coins so our channel can provide information about them, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, comment, and like this video so you never miss more amazing coin stories. Top 10. The story of the Texas State Quarter begins with the vast, sun-baked lands of the Lone Star State, a place where history is carved into every horizon and pride runs deeper than the roots of the oldest oaks. When the United States Mint unveiled the Texas quarter in the early 2000s, collectors instantly knew that this coin would stand out as one of the boldest, most patriotic, and most memorable designs of the entire 50-state quarters program. Everything about it captures the powerful spirit of Texas, and from the moment it entered circulation, it carried with it the might and heart of a state like no other. The Texas quarter is not just a piece of metal. It is a symbol. It is a storyteller. It is a little disc that speaks louder than words, reminding everyone who sees it that Texas is a place of independence, bravery, and everlasting identity. The moment anyone looks at the reverse of the coin, the sight of the giant star immediately pulls them in. That star represents the famous Lone Star, the enduring emblem of Texas, known throughout history as a sign of freedom and the courage to stand alone when necessary. Encircling the star is a detailed outline of the state of Texas, one of the most recognizable shapes on any American map. The Mint's engravers crafted this outline with precision, balancing bold simplicity with strong symbolism. The way the star overlaps the outline blends two identities into one, capturing the deep unity felt by Texans across generations. The background texture behind the star and state outline adds another layer of depth to the coin. It almost feels like the open skies and endless fields of Texas have been woven into the metal. This textured backdrop creates a visual energy that sets the Texas quarter apart from many of the other designs in the series, giving it both elegance and strength. Collectors often describe the Texas quarter as one of the most powerful designs ever released. The star commands attention. The state outline anchors the design with authority. Every element feels intentional, bold, and confident, just like the people of Texas. This combination makes the coin unforgettable and highly sought after by collectors everywhere. But what truly elevates the Texas quarter into the world of rare and valuable coins is not just its design, but the tiny percentage of these coins that survived in flawless mint condition or were struck with remarkable errors that transform them into priceless discoveries. The more collectors handle their coins, the more surprised they become by how difficult it is to find a perfect Texas quarter untouched by circulation. Most of the Texas quarters released into the world were quickly put to use in everyday life. They rattled in pockets, slid across countertops, ran through vending machines, and lived regular coin lives. With each of these movements, they acquired scratches, dings, and wear, making pristine examples extremely rare today. That scarcity is a major reason collectors place such high value on the finest surviving pieces. Some Texas quarters are prized for their stunning luster, the kind that shines like polished silver under the light. Others are valued for sharply detailed strikes, where every corner of the star and every curve of the state outline stands out with crystal clarity. Coins like these appeal deeply to numismatists, who view perfection as a treasure worth chasing. Then there are the rare error coins, the unexpected miracles of the minting process. Some have off-center strikes where the design shifts dramatically to one side, creating an eye-catching and valuable mistake. Others may show doubling on letters or design elements, making everything appear mirrored or repeated. A few may reveal filled dies, which soften or blur parts of the design. These unusual errors give the Texas quarter an exciting presence in the world of rare finds. The Texas quarter also marked a moment of pride for many Texans as it circulated far beyond state borders, traveling into the hands of people across the entire United States. Every time someone from another state found a Texas quarter in their change, they discovered a small piece of Texas identity, culture, and history. This widespread distribution brought the Texas spirit to millions of pockets, drawers, and collections nationwide. Many collectors remember the exact moment they found their first Texas quarter. Whether it appeared unexpectedly in pocket change, or inside a roll of quarters from a bank, or tucked away in an old jar of coins, the moment felt exciting. Something about the bold design makes it feel like a special discovery. Even before one knows its potential value, the Texas quarter remains especially fascinating because Texas itself has an incredible history. It was its own republic, its own flag, its own fight for independence, its own sense of nationhood before joining the United States. This deep history adds emotional value to the coin, making it not just a collectible, but a symbol of a story much larger than itself. Collectors appreciate how the coin captures this history with minimalist strength. The design does not try to be overly decorative. It uses only two major elements, the star and the state outline, but delivers a knockout impact that resonates with anyone who sees it. That simplicity, paired with cultural depth, is what gives this coin lasting appeal. The coin also inspires younger collectors, many of whom begin their numismatic journeys with the State Quarters series. For many children, the Texas quarter became one of the highlights of their collection books. Parents teaching their kids about history often pointed to the Texas quarter to explain the significance of the Lone Star, creating memories that last a lifetime. As the years pass, more and more Texas quarters disappear into private collections, reducing the number available in circulation. This gradual withdrawal increases the rarity of high-quality examples, especially those stored carefully since their release. Every year, the top-graded specimens climb in value because fewer remain in perfect form. The Texas quarter continues to shine even among the vast lineup of 50 state designs. It carries an identity so unique and so powerful that it stands out immediately when placed next to other quarters. This is a coin that cannot be overlooked, and collectors gravitate to it with enthusiasm. Some numismatists say the Texas quarter feels alive with energy, as if the star reflects the ambition of frontier explorers and the outline reflects the land that shaped legends. The symbolism runs deep, and holding the coin almost feels like holding a piece of cultural pride. Despite being widely minted, the Texas quarter in top condition is truly scarce. Auction results over the years show that collectors are willing to pay extraordinary prices for the best of the best. These coins represent the rarest survivors, the ones that avoided wear, mishandling, and time itself. This state quarter also fits beautifully into full collections of the series, often becoming a centerpiece that sparks conversation. People admire its boldness, its simplicity, and the unmistakable presence it carries. It brings a sense of grandeur to any collection display. Even those who are not coin collectors but love Texas find this coin irresistible. Many Texans keep one as a token of pride, tucked safely in a drawer, frame, or keepsake box. Tourist shops, state museums, and gift stores often highlight the coin because it represents the state so elegantly. As collectors continue to search, grading companies see steady submissions of Texas quarters every year. But only a tiny number earn the highest grades, and those are the coins that become legends, coins capable of astonishing value because of their rarity, beauty, and condition. The Texas quarter also encourages people to look more carefully at their change. It reminds everyone that treasures are still out there waiting to be found, hidden among the ordinary coins of everyday life. The thrill of discovery is what keeps coin collecting alive and exciting. Even though decades have passed since its release, the Texas quarter remains one of the most admired entries in the 50-state quarters program. Its design continues to feel modern, meaningful, and visually powerful. It is a coin that defies time. Just like the state it represents, collectors know that coins like this are more than metal, they are storytellers carrying the soul of American history and beauty. The Texas quarter is one of those storytellers, whispering the tale of independence, identity, and pride through its bold, enduring design. The legacy of the Texas state quarter is secure, not only because of its design but because of the rare and extraordinary examples that have taken the spotlight in auctions, captivating both new collectors and seasoned experts. These special coins have proven that even a common coin can become rare when preserved with perfection. The Texas quarter remains an icon of American numismatics, a lasting reminder that the smallest objects can hold the greatest stories. It carries with it the pride of a state that once stood as its own nation and continues to stand tall today. This is what makes the Texas quarter endlessly fascinating. And now, for the collectors and viewers who wait eagerly for the final detail, the rarest and most flawless example of the Texas state quarter has reached an incredible value of $80,000. Comment below about your own coins so our channel can provide information about them, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, comment, and like this video so you never miss more amazing coin stories.